So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to dive into today includes Sony having a strong partnership alongside a great drop that finally went live today, a big internal update for PlayStation 5 exclusives, and Sony Santa Monica's secret next game gets a bit of information. Maybe a slight confirmation as to what we thought it could be. First, from 1 to 10, what would you rate the Xbox Showcase from yesterday? The event was the big focus for the weekend. There was some good stuff shown there, definitely, but for me personally, I didn't think it was the event that I think would light a fire under Sony to show more of their first party. It had some good stuff there, but it wasn't that event that I hoped it would be to push Sony to really come back hard. But that's just how I personally saw it. What about you guys? So comment below. From 1 to 10, what is your rating for the Xbox Showcase? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, a strong partnership and a great drop finally goes live today. Besides the Xbox Showcase yesterday, there was another event that happened. This was the Final Fantasy 16 event, the pre-launch celebration. The event went on for a while, but the main information that people cared about, they released earlier on in the show. We also had Jim Ryan himself comment at the event, pointing out the strong relationship Sony and Square Enix have had in the past and still have to this day. Here's a statement.
SIE's relationship with Square Enix goes back right to the start of PlayStation's existence, and that partnership has never been stronger. We value everything that we do together and appreciate your commitment to our brand and our business. Thank you again.
It's pretty clear that Sony's partnership with Square Enix is stronger than ever today. Besides the video from Jim Ryan, they've partnered up recently to promote Sony TVs with Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16 is also a PlayStation 5 only title, with the only other place it'll probably be playable in the future being the PC. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth is also another exclusive for PlayStation 5 after Final Fantasy 7 Remake itself only being on PC outside of PlayStation since its launch 3 years ago, and it looks like the entire Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy will be PlayStation exclusives. You have to wonder what's going on there to make all of this happen. Is an acquisition happening at some point? Who really knows? Beyond that, a big drop went live today, and that is the Final Fantasy 16 demo. Finally, this thing is live today ahead of the game's launch on the 22nd. I'm excited to finally not watch more videos of this game that I want to play and to finally actually play it today after work. The demo is 2 hours long. The progress you make on the demo will transfer to the final game. There's a good chunk of cutscenes to introduce the story. You can play the demo over and over. If you finish the prologue, you can unlock a special battle demo that showcases your abilities later on in the game. It's a good chunk of content here. The demo is live everywhere at this point by the time you're watching this video. You don't need to pre-order it. It's up there on the store. So if you wanted to give Final Fantasy 16 a try, you can do that right now, and you should.
Who've seen their world fall apart around them.
Now, diving into the second story of the video, Sony Santa Monica's secret new game that's been in the works for a while. Reading from Comic Book, Sony Santa Monica, the team behind God of War, may be working on a new sci-fi game. We knew God of War 2018 director Cory Barlog has passed the torch to Eric Williams as Barlog was busy with other projects. We have been left in the dark for some time as to what this could be, but rumor has it it's a sci-fi game of some kind. With that said, it seems like Sony Santa Monica writer Alana Pierce may have slipped up and confirmed that. On the Play, Watch, Listen podcast, Pierce was talking with Mike Bithell, hopefully I said that correctly, who noted that he is working on a unspecified sci-fi franchise, and Pierce giggled at the vague description and said, same. Of course, she could just be joking around, but given the rumors have already suggested this to be the case, it wouldn't be surprising if she more or less just mistakenly corroborated those rumors. It doesn't really give us anything to go off of though, it's unclear if this game would be a new IP or if it's a video game set in a popular sci-fi universe. So for years at this point, we've seen Cory Barlog seemingly tease a sci-fi title on his Twitter like he did with God of War Ragnarok. We had Cory Barlog himself say that the studio is working on multiple things, including a secret project that's been in the works for years. We had a LinkedIn post that indicated this new unannounced title possibly has been in the works since at least 2019, 4 years ago. On top of all of this, you have that canceled sci-fi IP that Sony Santa Monica was working on before God of War 2018. Honestly, we could see this title at any point right now. It's been in the works for years, and this is the kind of situation that multiple PlayStation studios are in. They've been working on something for years, but have yet to reveal anything. That's why it was confusing when we didn't get anything from them at the last PlayStation Showcase. We might have some information as to why that could be the case in the next story, but for this story, it looks like the next title from the House of God of War could be a sci-fi game, and I'm here for it. But you guys let me know if you're excited for this new potential sci-fi title or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, big internal update for PlayStation 5 exclusives. Reading from Game Rant, a former Sony developer has said that the publisher does consider professional review scores to be a gauge of a game's success and demands a Metacritic score of at least 90 from its major development studios. According to former Sony Santa Monica art director Rafael Grassetti, who worked on God of War, the publisher demands that its studio's high-end productions receive at least 90 on Metacritic. Grassetti spoke about this in the Portuguese Flow Games podcast, where he specifically said that this lofty expectation targeted developers like Sony Santa Monica and Naughty Dog. Grassetti also mentioned that Sony doesn't rush its studios on their deadlines, meaning the devs can ask for more production time if needed. So I've seen some people take this negatively, but Sony's literally saying to their high-end studios that you guys can have the time that you need. We just want games that are great critically. They're not rushing them to push them out the door and also at the same time expecting them to be 90s on Metacritic. They're giving the developers their time. I still personally think that Sony might have waited to see what Xbox was going to do before they show more of their first-party studios, but I wonder if this also played a role on not seeing a lot of what Sony first-party are doing. Sony might just be giving them their time. Hopefully, we will see something more so later on this year at the rumored second PlayStation Showcase, but you guys let me know if you're happy Sony is giving their first-party studios time, but is also asking for critically acclaimed titles, 90s on Metacritic. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is the body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with Bring on the Game Reveals. Later this week, I think we also have events, but today we actually have two big events. We have the Ubisoft Forward event with a bunch of games potentially set to be there, actually also confirmed to be there, like Assassin's Creed Mirage, Assassin's Creed VR. I'm excited to see what they show us for Assassin's Creed VR, but also Star Wars Outlaws gets its first gameplay. I'm excited to see that as well. And later on in the day at 6 p.m. Eastern, I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern, we have the Capcom Showcase as well, and a great set of games are going to be showcased there as well. So if you're excited for both of those events today, destroy the comment section with Bring on the Game Reveals, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.